Blaziken is the hottest and fastest chicken on the planet. With his powerful kicks and fist as fast as lightning, this is one piece of fried chicken you should not mess with. In Pokken Tournament, he's been translated into 3D perfectly and plays as a melee focused character with a lot of versatility in the air and a high damage output. In this game, there are two different phases that interchange throughout battle. During field phase, Blaziken is given complete freedom of movement and relies on projectiles and some physical attacks to close down on his enemy. Blaziken's homing attack causes him to hone in on his enemy with 4 quick strikes. You can alter the direction at which he hones in and charge the final strike to break shields. You can also cancel the charge with shields and will be your main approach tool on the ground. Blaziken's air attack is a downward kick that can be charged up for more power. This is useful for approaching in the air because it utilizes his mid-air dash that can take enemies by surprise. Blaziken's neutral projectile consists of 2 quick fireballs followed by a ranged fire punch. They don't have a lot of range but can deal a decent amount of damage if you can get a hit on them. Blaziken's side projectile is his most useful ranged attack. It has great speed, range and horizontal coverage, making it difficult for enemies to avoid given the fact that it gives Blaziken added mobility as well. Blaziken's back projectile is an area of effect spinning kick that can cancel out incoming projectiles and has slight forward momentum so it can take enemies by surprise. Blaziken's neutral air projectile is a mid-air fireball that requires 2 inputs to perform and has a homing effect that can be used to apply pressure. If you're close enough to them, you can also hit them with the first part of the move as well. And Blaziken's side air projectile has him kick off a vertical column of fire directly towards the opponent. This has good speed, range, and has enough power behind it to cause a phase shift. In duel phase, Blaziken's kicks and fists are put into work. Blaziken's weak neutral attack is a 3-part punch combo that is his most reliable combo starter because it easily transitions into his specials for exceptional damage output. Blaziken's weak forward is an extremely swift kick to the face that leaves his opponent in a dizzy state, enabling him to follow up with a combo. Blaziken's weak low is a downward swipe that is a decent poke tool that can also be comboed very easily into his specials, but isn't as reliable as his weak neutral attacks because you're left open if they jump. Blaziken's weak high is a rising knee that can hit grounded opponents up close, and can be cancelled into mid-air dash for further combos. It could also be used as a physical anti-air against jumping attacks. Blaziken's weak aerial is a flurry of short kicks that is the perfect approach tool when combined with his mid-air dash. Its fast speed and multiple hits allow it to trade with enemy aerial attacks, and will be a main component of your combo game. Blaziken's strong neutral is a powerful axe kick that has surprisingly fast startup and can deal a decent amount of damage as well as stun your opponent for further combos. Blaziken's strong forward is an overhead kick that has quite a slow startup and can be punched at close range, so it's important to space and time your shot with this because a successful hit can land you a damaging combo against the wall. Blaziken's strong low is a downward sweep that is one of the only moves that cause a complete knockdown. From there you can follow up with a combo or get back your bearings with a mix-up. Blaziken's strong high is a jumping kick that can completely avoid certain projectiles and transitions into mid-air dash for a combo punish. When using this move, make sure to use it at an even distance so you can avoid getting punished. Blaziken's strong air is a falling strike that has excellent speed and leaves your opponent wide open for attack. Blaziken's grabs change according to the phases he's in, which always ends in a seriously painful kick to the face. Blaziken's counter is a basic forward punch that doesn't have a lot of range, but his speed makes it easy to cancel out of into another attack. Blaziken's neutral special is Heat Wave, a large fiery projectile that can be used to disrupt your enemy's approach, and is an overall solid zoning tool during the duel phase. The enhanced version is basically a fiery vomit that consumes health, but can pierce counters and cause a guard break on shield as well as an attack drop on your enemy. This is also a good option upon knockdown since it's almost completely safe. Blaziken's forward special is Blaze Kick, which is a series of fiery kicks that can be cancelled into Flare Blitz for further damage at the cost of HP, but with the ability to pierce counters. This will be a bread and butter for combos since they do a considerable amount of damage and are easy to transition to from most attacks. The enhanced version of both dealing more damage but with more HP consumption. Blaziken's back special is Brave Bird, a high risk, high reward aerial swoop with fantastic horizontal range during field phase because it can catch out dodging opponents. It also deals a lot of damage and can cause a guard break on shields. With the enhanced version, just doing a shit ton more damage but at the cost of a shit ton more health. Blaziken's up special is Sky Uppercut, which is basically your Shuriken of Pokken Tournament. It has invincibility frames at the start and can be a potent anti-air for Blaziken as long as he lands it, because it leaves him wide open for a punish if he misses. The enhanced version deals more damage and follows up with a fiery vortex. This is also safer because it lets Blaziken act out of it, but at the cost of HP and invincibility. Blaziken's air special is High Jump Kick, a flying kamikaze that deals a lot of damage but at a lot of risk because you lose HP if you miss. The enhanced version loses HP regardless, but can now pierce counter attacks and can transition into a mid-air dash for combos, making it the most useful of the two. Blaziken's Synergy Burst causes him to Mega Evolve into Mega Blaziken, causing his hair to stand on end and fire to stream out of his very own fists. During Synergy Burst, he gains an overall boost in speed, his counter also gains increased range, and the consumption of health during enhanced specials is reduced. The actual activation also causes some knockback, which can be used to get you out of a tight pinch, with his Synergy Burst attack unleashing a terrifying set of Gatling Flame Kicks. The best thing about Blaziken's combos is that they're generally very easy to execute, with the damage varying depending on whether you enhance the specials. Blaziken focuses on aerial rushdown, where he utilizes his fantastic aerial mobility and powerful melee attacks to close down on his enemy. He does have a hard time against projectile heavy characters and suffers from a lot of recoil damage, but his sheer damage output is often enough to clinch that final victory. So what are you waiting for? Go on and get fired up with Blaziken. Naturally, if you felt I've missed anything or have any tips of your own, please leave them down below in the comments. But until then, good luck and I'll see you on the battlefield.